I can't believe I had to film this whole video all over again. YouTube, you picked the right one. The right one. Because the way I'm so mad. But y'all wanted to see it again. I hope people actually watch this. But if not, y'all will see next year in October, y'all will get no movie reviews. Okay? So this is Seed of Chucky, the way I love this movie so much. So we're just going to get started on the... But yeah, we made it to the last movie review of the month. Next month, I'll only be posting one. It's the Disney Princess, and that's it. I don't really feel like there's any Thanksgiving movies that would really fit the month. So, in December, I'll be doing 2 Christmas movies. Well, no, one's not Christmas. There's a Disney Princess and one Christmas movie. So the opening credits were kind of weird. Like the sperms trying to find their way to, the egg. And we know anatomy. You're taking health class. If you haven't, this ain't the video for you. This ain't the video for you because I'm not about to teach you where the sperm and the egg goes, okay? And if I'm correct, Tony Gardner, who did the effects, was also in this movie. It starts off with Glenn. He's an interesting kid that they have. We learn more about him later, to be honest. And the movie starts off with this little girl, right? She sees this doll. It's Glenn. I think this is Glenn's dream or whatever. And the girl says, "You're pissing your pants." The first 5 minutes of the movie, I was kidding. Not really that interesting. Because, I love Chucky. I'll tell y'all a story real quick. I didn't used to love Chucky. Chucky used to scare me. But then I realized he's not scary. Annabelle is. That girl Annabelle, she's scary. Ain't nobody ever told you now? I will tell you. That girl is freaking scary. And Glenn stabs the woman in the shower, right? I'm not going to show the part because she had no nothing on. Because obviously she was in the shower. And she did not have nothing on. And he stabbed her. And she was dead. And then the little girl sees him. The little boy, Glenn, is going to go kill somebody else, right? He goes into her room and thinks it's the little girl. And the girl's like, "You're pissing your pants. You're pissing your pants. You're pissing your pants." Like, no, dude. You thought you was going to kill again. You don't get no chance to kill. And then he wakes up from his nightmare. Very much Damien vibes and a way... Because the way, how I mentioned in the last movie review, hopefully I do not have to film this again because we will just forget. But the way that this review is about to be all over the place. Anyways, God, I didn't know he was going to be over here. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, Glenn gives very much Damien vibes because the way that Glenn does not want to kill, just like Damien also didn't want to kill, but that's neither... this and the third. And Psycho, the dude, tells Glenn, "You're pissing your pants. You're pissing your pants." So they call him shitface, but I'm not going to call him that. And they're in England. The way that they keep calling him ugly, I am side-eyeing every single one of you. Because why are you calling him ugly? And we learned that he found him in a cemetery 6 years ago in the States, right? So I'm guessing that Tiffany left him there because you remember in the last movie, it got in Russia, you go and watch it. She was pregnant and she gave birth in the cemetery, and then we didn't hear from her again until later on in this movie. I also posted a review if you want to watch it. Worked really hard on it. He was like, "I wasn't trying to kill you, I was trying to give you a hug." And everybody starts laughing like it's not funny of him, where he says he knows he's an orphan, he knows he's a freak, but honestly, dude, you were not born in Japan. I don't know what part of you thinks you were born in Japan. He's like, "I don't want to kill. I wouldn't even hurt a fly. The way that I will hurt the fly for you. I will hurt the fly." And he wants a family, the traditional family, mother, father, that sort of thing, because he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that where he's from. And Jennifer Tilly is filming a movie this time. I think Chucky Goes Psycho. The way that they should have made that a movie for real, though. Like, y'all are missing out on something really good. And of course, Tiffany, we see Chucky, and it's the best that he's ever looked, to be honest. And Tiffany is behind she got a makeover. Her hair, sorry if the wind's picking up. Oh well, I'm not filming this again. Her hair, right? It looks completely different. Like, it's black on top, blonde on the bottom. Can I just say something real quick? I didn't really like it. It was different, and Jennifer was eating this good bar. Anybody even really eats good bars anymore, especially during this time, but that's what she was eating, and she was not sticking to her diet at all. And she talking crap about Julia Roberts, like, oh, everybody always wants Julia Roberts, nobody ever wants me, yada yada yada. Sorry if the lighting, I don't know what's going on. Okay, there we go. Like, she don't know. And yeah, she wants more in her career. She doesn't want to play the same simple-minded roles. She wants to play Virgin Mary, and her assistant thinks that she shouldn't because she is a virgin. I was tickled during that whole scene, and the way that Glenn just starts sauntering off, it was funny to me. If you don't think it's funny, then you need to go watch something else. And so Glenn gets on a plane and goes to LA. And then we see Redman, right? So unlikely to see him in this movie. He's the only black character that we see. And of course, just like all the others, they never make it past the end of the movie. Which is not surprising, because a lot of people, like I think Brandy was the first person ever to make it towards the end of the movie, and she is saying her lines in a way that Redman. And Jennifer Tilly hatches an idea. She invites Redman to her house. So Glenn gets out the box. He is so excited to be in America because, you know, he's been in England this whole time, and he's also excited to meet his parents. He's like, Mom, Dad, I have the necklace you gave me, or the amulet or whatever. He reads it and does the chant, and they awake. Glenn doesn't know what's going on. So Chucky is so rude. They wake up, right? And he's talking about how, like, oh, you fell off the ugly tree, or, you know, fell off somebody's ugly tree. And he's like, whatever the parents did you, oh, I am just so sorry because you so ugly. That, first of all, that was so freaking mean. And second of all, you are the parents, you idiot. And the way that he said the, you know, made, maybe I'll put something like right here, like, made in Japan. And the way that Tiffany and Chucky's mouth dropped. Talking about, we didn't. Did we? Yes, we did. Back in that hotel room. Back in that hotel room. That's where you did it. You did the same thing. Y'all didn't do a rubber or whatever. Tiffany, you asked about a rubber, and that's how Glenn got here. Okay? I feel like the pregnancy was accelerated. And they hug. And Tiffany's like, oh my gosh, we're movie stores. We gotta make a... What do you mean we? Can we come back to that? What do you mean we? You got a makeover. Chucky looks a little bit the same as the last movie, but it's mostly you. And Chucky is back to his antics. He sees Tony Gardner's character come in, and, you know, he grabs Tiffany. And y'all like this too? Like, I did this just for y'all. The way I got these last year from Amazon, they're so cute. But the way that he sees that Tony Gardner's character is basically trying to take Tiffany apart, because the way that they're both malfunctioning, and he wants to fix them. And Chucky does this thing with the string. I don't know if all the pictures won't even be in here. Sorry, just say that for the other movie reviews. I will do better. But, and then I think Chucky gets turned on by this crap. He gets turned on by killing people. He gets turned on by killing people. Tiffany gets turned on by their deaths. Okay? I don't know what she think. What was that? So they get to a point. Let me push y'all back first of all. Okay. The way that he has no male or female identifying features is interesting. It's interesting. I don't know why they did that. Maybe it was a part of this. This video is a struggle. Like, why couldn't YouTube just let the video go up? Anyways, Glenn was an interesting name choice, chosen by Chucky, of course. Tiffany really wanted a girl, and Chucky wants a boy. So we're running into a problem. This is basically what the movie's about. Is the child going to be a girl or a boy? Well, part of it. Jennifer comes back for her good bar, and Tiffany is admiring her. Admiring Jennifer Tilly like she's the beautifulest thing that she's ever seen. She's so pretty. And then Jennifer picked up Tony Gardner's head. And she's like, oh, this looks so realistic. Oh, wait. It is realistic. Super realistic. So then we see Pete Peters, a.k.a. John Waters. Wonderful actor. And, you know, he is basically the paparazzi of this movie. And we see Chucky, Tiffany, and Glenn in the back seat of the limo. Because, you know, Jennifer's trying to get away. They're thinking that she did this. Whatever, so-and-so, so-and-so. This is what happened in the last movie. They commit the murders. And whoever was around at that time gets accused of it. Even though she didn't even do it. So he tells them that we're not from Japan. We're from Jersey. And Tiffany says that Jennifer Tilly has a voice like an angel. Y'all share the same voice. The same. Nothing altered. The same. So she wants to be in Jennifer's body. And she said that Chucky can be in Redman's body. Okay, cool, whatever. And she said, I'm not getting pregnant again. Because you know my mother said and this, that, and the third. Like, girl, you didn't even know you were pregnant the first time. And Jennifer Tilly wanted a bottle of champagne the way that they had to duck and just pass her the champagne so they wouldn't know, you know, that these dolls are moving. And the guy chauffeur, Stan, wants to tell her he loves her. That's all his character is for the whole movie. His motivation is to say, I love you. 3 little words. You could easily just say. Does he? No, because I get it. This is your first time saying it to her. It's a struggle. The struggle is real. Okay, the struggle is real for him. So, then she starts talking about Redman and how, you know, she wants to basically invite him over. And Stan gets pissed off about this. He takes his knee off. So, he basically knows about this. Like, is this an open relationship? Something like this. And so, Glenn and her get settled. Glenn, Chucky, and her get settled in Tiffany's, Glenn asked an interesting question. Why do you kill? I can't remember why they said they kill. And then Tiffany's like, oh my gosh, we should stop killing. And Chucky's like, yeah, sure, whatever. He ain't gonna stop. And he's like, you have a problem with killing. And he's like, no, I don't. Yes, you do. Like, you like to kill all the time. We know Chucky ain't gonna quit. So why did you think I'm going to hell? I'm just trying to survive. That was what Jennifer Tilly said. Because she was talking to her assistant. Basically, her assistant does not agree with what she's about to do. The assistant, her acting wasn't too good. Matter of fact, do we even see her in anything else? Like, can we look her up real quick before we continue? Because that's something that's interesting to me. Okay, so this Heather Spirit, whatever her name is, she has not been in a lot of movies. So she was in Agent Cody Banks 2, Seeing Double, The Good, Gory Time, Utopia, and her last movie was in iDog. Because she can't act. She can't act, and I'm going to stick with it. So, anyways, back to the video. Which file? Okay, so she gives Chucky a cup to, you know, and Chucky needs inspiration. If they're going to make this child, he needs some inspiration to, you know, cack off. And she pulls her dress down to show her boobishers. And Chucky does his little business in his little cup with his little... I'm just kidding. I was trying to get you graphic because this is YouTube. You get the gist. So Tiffany always doing something with a champagne bottle. She'll find a way. When there's a will, there's a way. And Redman tells her about the chick she made out with. And Bound, I guess Redman really loved that movie. And, you know, we see that Redman and her are about to make out. And you got this paparazzi, John Waters, Pete Peters, just sneaking around taking pictures of these two. And then he sees mini meats. The way that he said the derogatory term for little people, which we didn't know back then, but I'm not going to repeat it now, was so messed up. And the way that Chucky is going to town, he is cacking it off. He cacking. Like, you a little pervert, okay? John Waters, Pete Peters, your character is a little pervert. And Tiffany always talking about her mother, like, where is she? You always talking about your mother. Why are you always talking about your mother? I'm just saying. And she asks, so this at the part where I think whatever Tiffany put in the wine is working, and Jennifer starts screaming and falling. She asks for an autograph. She hits Jennifer with her own trophy. It was funny, but it was messed up as fuck. because she was like, damn, you fat as fuck. You know, that's so mean. And then we see her inseminating her, and Glenn is having nightmares, you know, about everything that's going on. Whether that scene in the beginning was real or not, I don't know. I never knew. I thought it was a real scene, but then he's dreaming like he wakes up. I don't know. So Chucky wants to hang out with his son while, you know, Tiffany is preparing for what's about to come next. And the way that Chucky just sped the fake Britney Spears or whoever it was off the road and instantly killed her because her car exploded. Like, you're such an ass. And then John Waters' character is developing these pictures he sees of Jennifer Tilly and Redman. I think he was going to sell the pictures. And then he had a picture of Chucky too. And Chucky sees him. And I guess he gets startled, Glenn or whatever. John Waters' character slams through the acid. And you know, it's that terrible acid that could really burn you or whatever. It burned him from the inside out. Or the outside in. And then he dies. And Chucky's like, that's my boy. Atta boy, you did it. And Glenn is saying, I did not mean to do that. Chucky, you are the worst father ever. You're the worst father. You're the worst husband. The only thing you're good at is to kill. Because that's all you know how to do. That's all you know how to ever do. Okay? Redman and her wake up and they ask, did I do it? As Tiffany's calling all the people's families that she killed. I'm like, why is she doing this? You committed a crime. You have committed a crime. You stay committing a crime. That's all you could do. You may want to have a redemption arc, but Tiffany, you're still a killer. Okay, so Stan comes to get Jennifer in the way that she just throws up in her bag. I think, again, the same thing I mentioned earlier. Him and wanting to tell her he loves her, but he don't even... Their marriage, I felt for a moment, I thought their marriage was working better in this movie than in the last movie. Jennifer says that she's pregnant and Redman don't believe her. And, you know, something about the advances of her career. And Tiffany says she ain't gonna kill anymore, but she is tempted to. She calls the recovery hotline, and this man on the other end, I don't know what was the man on the other end's thing. But he was like, it took me 3 hours to clean up that mess. The way that you are not encouraging her to do good, you're encouraging her into another slip. You're supposed to encourage her not to have another slip. Redman, so she ends up just killing Redman. She stabs at his intestines, and it all comes out. Now, Redman's acting was pretty good. Glenda sees that she did it, and he starts doing that eye-twitching thing. So the pregnancy, like Tiffany's from the last movie, Jennifer's is very accelerated, and she should listen to Joan. She couldn't help herself. She had her whole moment, her whole era, the whole three-way conversation, the way that was sequencing back to Tiffany to Jennifer was wild. And they keep mentioning Bound. Like, is this a good movie? Cause the only thing I've ever seen Jennifer Tilly in is Family Guy, where she plays Bonnie Swanson, which is Joan Sultan's wife. And the way Bonnie Swanson was pregnant for so many seasons before she had a baby. Chucky and Tiffany get in an argument again about the boy-girl thing. And Glenda's like, what do I want? What do I want? So he wants to be a boy, but a girl might be nice too. He feels like both, but he knows he don't want to be a killer. And we see Stan back in the limo again, trying to practice. Say you love you. Say I love you and shut the f up. Just say it already. Not with Chucky. You're always talking about your mama. Why you keep talking about your mama? Didn't realize he kills her though. Like, why you killed her? That was something, that was a fact that I never knew about. And then Joan's stupid ass comes in the house. Like, you should have stayed your ass back at your house. I know Jennifer called you for, no, wait. I know what happened. I remember now. So Chucky was right behind her, and Jennifer was screaming in that part where I mentioned the sequence. And she feels alerted to help her boss, to help her friend. And she comes to her rescue. and Glenda kills somebody. They be thinking, man, my stomach hurts. Thinking it's Tiffany that lit her on fire, but it was her. It was freaking her, okay? And the one who says they don't want to kill, killed. And Chucky like, I'm not gonna give you crap for what you did. It's okay, sweetheart. It's okay, baby. And then Glenda comes like, looking ugly as ever. I mean, the makeup looked really ugly. I'm sorry. The makeup that they put on Glenda, it looked terrible, okay? And Chucky's like, well, I've killed people too. And Tiffany's like, what did I miss? Girlfriend, you missed everything. You went to go get some water, because I guess Jennifer's in labor. And the Glenda actor was weird. He's definitely a better Glenn than a Glenda. The Glenda creeped me out in the worst way. So, like, mother like daughter, ho, like mother like daughter, ho. It annoyed me. It, like, see how that's annoying? That annoyed me. So, he just wants to know what he is. Jennifer is pushing, and it's a boy. Then there's another one. There's a girl. The babies are cute, and they have both. Now we realize that Glenn doesn't even have to choose. Personally, to me, there's too much chaos going on. Like, how was Chucky going to be able to think when there's all this stuff going on? And Chucky, for the first time ever, enough. He'd rather stay as a doll. I'm shocked to hear Chucky say this, though. I am shocked. You get sick. You get old. You can't get it up anymore. And Tiffany wants to be Jennifer Tilly. I don't know why. She wants to be famous. She wants to be Jennifer Tilly. He has everything he wants. A beautiful wife. A talented kid. And Tiffany says, that's not enough for me. I'm leaving you. I'm taking the kid. I'm going to be Jennifer Tilly whether you like it or not. I don't give a damn. And he takes a knife. Tries to stab Jennifer and kill her. So Tiffany can't be Jennifer. But Stan tries to be the hero. And he takes it. And he's like, I love. And then he does. So the police come in. Jennifer wants her babies. And, you know, she's looking at her babies. Where are my babies? I just want my babies. Tiffany up to her tricks. So they're at the hospital. Jennifer's looking at her babies. Tiffany's up to her tricks. She put something in Jennifer's IV. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was something to help her transform or whatever. And Chucky comes in. And switch. And Tiffany says, and switch. And he killed Tiffany again. Like, what is up with you killing your wife? Glenn starts crying, and Tiffany's like, be a good girl. Or boy. Whatever. The way I cried the first time I watched this, because I was like, oh, this is so sad. Glenn fights back and kills his dad. Jennifer looks on, and he chooses to be Glenn. And I'm glad that he chooses to remain the boy. Because the girl version wasn't working. And therefore comforts him. 5 years later, into this whole new house. She has a new maid or whatever. Glenn is a dream. Glenda is a bad girl. Glenda peeking out. And Fulvia wants to leave. She doesn't want to do this job anymore. And she quits. She kills her. That's Tiffany in that body. That's not Jennifer. And Glenn stayed Glenn. He knows he's not a freak. He gets a gift of Chucky, and he starts pissing his pants. I usually don't talk about the credits. The way that this movie review was better the first time I filmed it. Can we talk now? Now that the review's kind of over. I really don't like. I don't know how some YouTubers do it. And they lose footage, or YouTube deletes it. And I'll be like, oh, I'll just film it again. Knowing that the view's probably going to be shit, but whatever. Now I gotta talk about the credits. I love the credits of this movie. There's quite a few movies that I love the credits in, but this movie has to be my favorite. I'll give this movie a 7 out of 10. What do you think of this movie? What's your favorite part? My favorite part is always the credits. And the Jennifer Tilly thing. Like, the way that she just becomes pregnant. And she didn't even have sex with anybody. Well, did she have sex with Redman? No, she didn't. Like, she didn't even have sex with anybody, okay? But that is the last movie review for October. Can we talk real quick? Anybody else who just came for the review, you can go now. The review's over. But I just want to say something real quick. And I can't believe I have to keep repeating myself. I am not a streamer. This is not a live streams channel. I go live to talk to my YouTube friends and my YouTube community. I will never just be a live streaming channel. That's not my jam. I love to make content. I love to talk about movies and TV shows and TV characters and celebrities and an occasional product review. I am not a live stream channel, so it makes me so sad that when I post something on my community wall, somebody will ask me if I'm going live today. I have a schedule up. Don't ask me that on their post. It's annoying as hell, especially if you only stay for 5 minutes. I get it, we're all busy, but come on, I want to have a life too. I don't want to just be going live every day. That's why I stopped it. Once I got monetized, I did say the lives were going to stop. Now I cut them 3 to 4 a week. Hey, y'all going to get a surprise because there ain't only going to be 2 live streams when y'all watching this. I think, what, Monday, Tuesday? Yeah, because Sunday I ain't going live. I didn't go live. I don't think I'll be going live. Yeah, I'm going to pick one weekend day. This is towards the end of my birthday month. That is a gift to myself to take a break. Stop asking when somebody's going to stream. But anyways, hit that subscribe button if you want some more movie reviews. Next year, I'm going to be doing Barbie. Might take a little break, a couple month break from posting these movie reviews, and we'll be back to it. And I will see y'all next time. Peace out.